Good morning. I was asked a question. How did I manage not to let my daughter contract the COVID 19 from me? Well, this is my answer. She was such a careful nurse, you would never imagine. Anytime she would visit my room, she would wear her mask and she would wash my bed linens and in salve, and then she would spray the bed with Lysol, etc. I was not allowed in the kitchen, and whenever I ate anything or drink from a cup, she would place those items in a container by itself in bleach water, and she would leave it for a while to soak. She would clean up after every move that I make. So if I would use the laptop, she would clean it off before using it. I would clean the bathroom after using it and sanitizing it with Lysol. And I was told to go and cough in one area. So I stayed in my room. I wasn't allowed to open the door. She would open the door for me whenever I'm going to take my morning walk in the sun. And she would drink the same things that she would give me to drink. So like the turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, garlic tea that she made, she would have it too. And if she made a vervine tea, she would have some as well. Right? And she blend natural juices like cucumber with callaloo, garlic and ginger and American apple, and she would drink some of that also. So she was so cautious, right? So if anyone should take anything to me at home and leave it on the outside, she would go and collect them and sanitize it before placing them in the different locations, right? And who supported me mostly during this time was, I can't keep it back. I have such wonderful neighbors, but I must say that my neighbor, Mrs. Walker, she would text to find out what I need, and she would get those items for me. And whenever I asked her if I should pay her back, then she would say no, it's okay. I was so grateful and I really appreciated that. She made several trips to leave some healthy food items at the door, vitamin D tablets, fruits and vegetables, all the necessary things that I would need. And my dear Mrs. Channer, my second mother, I know that she was scared, but she made several trips, giving me soup, all the necessary things, honey. She would shop for me also, and she would let us make the healthy juice together. I just cannot. These are persons that you really have to hold close to your heart, and I really appreciate them. Also, Mrs. Reed, I know she was scared too, but she made her trip and she made her contributions. I know that more persons would have, but they just didn't know how ill I was because I couldn't communicate with everyone at this time. I mostly communicated with the persons who are always in touch with me, so they would know that I was ill, right? So I'm really appreciative of those persons, and they made it a bit easy for me, just thinking about the greatness that they have done. just make me want to stay alive and ask God to endure, to give me endurance during that period. Also, Mrs. Hardin, a co-worker of mine, boy, I can't say thanks enough for all the things that you guys have done. My goddaughter, she would text me on a daily basis too, and she would drop off anything that I needed. She would source the things that I needed and she would leave them at my door. My goddaughter Lasagna Russell, and I really appreciated that. And I'm telling you that MOH, they played a vital role as well. They keep checking up on me, and they were so nice to me, and I must say thanks to them. I didn't even have to wait too long for my daughter's result, and she was negative, and I could safely say that they could have given her at least 10 more or more COVID patients to take care of, and she would nurse them right back to health. Because even when I was stubborn and I didn't want to drink those hot liquids so often, there she comes. Flick on the light. Get up and drink this now. This was my daughter, who now turns my mother. That even after the COVID experience, I still had a little fear going into the kitchen because I know that I wasn't allowed, right? I was upset at some point that she scorned me, but it was for a reason. She had to be careful not to contract the virus as well, so this is how I survived during that time.